Hello friends, now in this video I am going to explain you the formation and development of the seed. Now you all know that the goal of the reproduction is to form the offspring like its own self, including the plants, animals and all the organisms. They have to prepare the another organism like itself, and the plants do it by formation of the fruit and the seed. And the fruit and the seed is formed only after the fertilization. After the fertilization, whatever the integuments are, that integuments persist in the form of seed coat. We have already studied that the pollination must take place. The flower is to be pollinated, and after that the fertilization process takes place. After the fertilization, we have seen that the embryo develops, the endosperm develops, and finally the seed is formed. Now let us see how is the seed formed in case of monocot and the dicot, and what happens to the endosperm. So let us discuss all these points in detail. Here we want to discuss the seed and the fruit development. Now we all know that by the reproduction, the seed is developed, the fruit is developed, and by doing this, the seed and the fruit, they help in the process of reproduction, that is a new plant can be obtained. Here you can see this is a dicot seed. There is some difference in the dicot seed and the monocot seed. Now let us see what is the difference in them. Sometimes the seed consists of two distinct covering, a typical outer seed coat, that is the testa, and the inner thin membrane, that is the tegment. So outer covering is called as the testa, inner is the tegment. And the nucellus in the ovule that may persist in some of the genera like the black pepper, and it is just the papery layer called as periderm. Now whatever the endosperm is present, sometimes the endosperm is completely used up and sometimes the endosperm is conspicuous. Sometimes the endosperm remains conspicuous and fills up the greater part. So if the endosperm is present, that is the conspicuous endosperm present in the greater part, then the seed is called as endospermic or the albuminous seed. And this albuminous seed, example you can take the castor, coconut or the maize. But in some seeds, you can see that the embryo is completely absorbed. And if the embryo is completely absorbed, because the reserved fruit from the embryo is completely utilized for the developmental stages, such seeds, in them the endosperm is absent, that is it disappears, that it disorganizes in mature seeds, and the resultant seed is now called as non-endospermic or the ex-albuminous. Here you can take the example of the pea or the bean. The cotyledons in some non-endospermic seeds, they act as the food storage, and in others they are in the form of photosynthetic organs. The micropyle persists as a small pore in the seed coat to allow the entry of water, oxygen during the soaking. Now you have seen that if such is the seed, and in this seed here you will find there is a small opening, and this is the micropylar opening. This allows the soaking of the water. Water enters inside, oxygen also enters inside, and because of this the swelling takes place. The seed coat, the seed covering comes out, and from this you will find that the plumule and the radicle comes out. So this is about the seed. When the seed is formed, some hormones are produced, and this production of the hormones that triggers the development of the fruit. So the fruit development is triggered by the hormone produced by developing the seeds. As mentioned earlier, after the fertilization, the zygote is formed and the ovary begins to differentiate. The ovary is differentiated, that is the ovary is converted into the fruit, and the ovary wall develops into the pericarp. Many times the pericarp has the three layers, and these three layers, they can be differentiated in some of the fruits like the mango and the coconut. Now whatever the seed or the fruit is formed, that is very important. So now let us discuss the significance of the seed and the fruit. First thing, the fruit provides the nourishment to the developing seeds, and you know that seeds are very important because they form the new plant. And the fruit protects the seeds in the immature condition, means when they are not completely grown. Seeds serve as important propagating organs of the plant, that is from the seed only new plant can be formed. And the seeds and the fruit develop special devices for their dispersal, and thus helps in the distribution of the species. So here we have seen how the seeds are very important. The fruit is important because it protects the seed, it gives nourishment to the seed, and that seed, it helps in forming the new plant. When it gets a favorable condition, it grows into a new plant. So here we have completed the development of the fruit and the seed. How was my video? If you like it, comment in the comment box, like and subscribe the channel. So thank you.